Hello everybody, it's SuffolkBlue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to our Minecraft Direwolf20 Viva Variety Let's Play series. Today is a magic day. I'm not going to take you outside, although you can see on the mini-map that I have been working, so you can see that there's some additions, but we're not saying that today. You're not. It's a teaser. I'm going to have to keep you in suspense until next week when we'll look at the building itself. But today we're going to move on into the wonderful... Whoops, not that world. Whoops. Into the wonderful world of alchemy, and we're going to look over here. Now you see I've done a lot of researching. I've done lots of research to keep sort of get us going, because you've seen me do the research, so I don't want to keep doing that and showing you that. But we're going to be looking today at these, looking at some of this Essentia distillation, because we need to be able to start getting in towards doing some really high-end thaumaturgy, and to do that we're going to need some Essentia. So what we're going to do essentially is you burn stuff down, you collect it, and then you can pop it into glass jars, like these water jars and such. We can do labels actually. I haven't got any labels yet. I might have to make some of those. That's probably a good thing. What's this? Oh, that's the one that makes the actual essence. Okay. So many recipes in here, but those are the water jars. We've already got some of those. Void jars, we haven't got any blaze, we haven't got enough blaze powders to make them, but we probably will have to at some point. I'm going to put my book back. Now, if you remember last time when we were doing magic, I said that we didn't have, down here, enough space. So I've had to make some space, and I'll take you down. This is our nether wart and potion garden, because this is where we get our nether wart from, for our potions. We'll ignore that for today. And we keep going down, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Bum, 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 to the Hall of Aspects. And here it is. What I'm done now, I'm not an expert in any of this, never done it before in my life, so I'm sort of making a guess at whether this will work. It may or may not. I've not tested it, so you will see this work at the first time, whether I see this work at the first time, all at the same time. What I've done is I've listed in alphabetical order all the various aspects and what they are, all the way down both sides. There's 48 of them in total. So there we go. Mortis, Perfodio, sensors done there, and what we're going to look at doing, I can put, and I've made, as you can see in here, a heap load of stuff. I've also brought another book down here, so we've got the recipes in case we need it. To start off with, what we're going to do, we're going to begin by creating where we're going to burn stuff, and I think we're going to burn stuff here. So that's our alchemical furnace, and to make it a chemical furnace, I had to make, where's my book, here's my book. Show you. To make the alchemical furnace, this one here, you have to put a normal furnace in, some arcane stone blocks and a crucible, a little bit of magic in an arcane workbench, and that will get you the alchemical furnace. I have made some vis filters, which is silverwood planks, which we've got loads of, because I'll show you in the next episode about our expanding magical forest. I've got some alembics, which will be sort of condensing the aspects, the essence, as they float up in the warmth of the furnace. And I haven't made a construct yet because I don't really need one. I don't think. I might do. I could be completely wrong. Okay. Excuse me. I've got a cough today. Don't know where that's coming from. It's being annoying. Bit of a cold coming, I think. Let's take that out. Go away. And let's put the lights in all over the place at the moment, just so we've got plenty of light down here. I'll probably replace this. This is sort of a temporary feature because we're going to actually obviously have our main distillation area in the big base, but this is just to start us off, to get us a good idea. Now, as I understand it, if I put one of those on top of there like that, so he goes on top of there like such, and before we make the big ones, if I do a little one, then we'll get hopefully I'll get a feeling as well. We need a sensor tube with a valve, maybe a couple of those. We are going to need some coal to burn, and a single jar. So, this is the principle as I understand it, is you burn stuff in here, and it goes along these tubes. Have I got where's the one with the valve? Here's the one with the valve. Now, if I put the jar, where do I put the jar? Here? There. This one is the one with the valve. Oh, I put it at the back by mistake. No. Did I bring... Oh, I didn't bring a pick with me. Hold on. Luckily, I should have in here a pick. I love this bag. These ender pouches have just been worth the weight in gold. Really, they have. It's been amazing. So this should go on top, like so. There we go. So, we've now got... Whoops. And this is... Is it open or shut? So it's closed now, so that valve is closed. If we put some coal in here, because we're going to burn it, we need something to burn. Have I brought anything with me? I haven't. Or we could do a torch, I suppose. Let's do a torch. Or a baked potato. Have I scanned a baked potato? We get hunger in there. Maybe we don't want to do that one just yet. Well, torch is just lux, so there'll only be one. So let's do that instead then. So let's burn the torch. Off it goes. And you can see in the alembic now is flashing that it has one lux. And what we can do apparently is that we can open up that, and as I believe we now have one lux in there, and that's the basis of really of the whole kit and caboodle. And by having just one of these things, although this isn't going to be one, I think these hold 8, I'm not sure, but if I take a vial, can I empty it out of that? I can't yet, because you need 8 for a vial, I think. Let's put 8 torches in and see what happens. So how many have we done? Where's my torch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? 2, 3, and you can see the amount of lux that's stored in there. It's all being stored in this alembic at the moment. 5 anymore. 6. So we want. Can I do another one? 5, 6, 7. 7 stored in here. If I then open this, there we go. And I now have 8 in there, which I think is enough for a single vial of the stuff. Yes. So there we go. We now have lux 8 in that little vial. That's got the lux essence. So that's the sort of principle of what we're going to be playing with today. And what I want to do is I want to be able to have one of each bottle in its place, hopefully. So let's just get rid of this for now. Good, because we don't need that there. Now, am I going to move these lights, or am I going to leave the lights behind? How do they look like in front? That's not too bad, and I can see, although obviously the pipes are going to block things slightly, but it should be okay. What we need to do, what I'm going to do start off then, is I'm going to run these. Oops. Each of these is going to have a jar. So they've got a jar down there, 24 on that side. Oops. I love the sound it makes. There we go. So, each of these will be an aspect, and you can see what it's supposed to be. The next thing then is to... Now apparently we can put 5 of these on top of each other. Oops. Didn't measure that very well. Let's take out this line, just so we've got a bit more space and I can see what I'm doing. But apparently you can put 5 on top, so I'm thinking the most complex items can only ever have 5 aspect contained within them. As in, the most complex of all of them should only be able to have 5, I think. In actual fact, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the thermomicon has 5 aspects and make up a thermomicon. So if you burnt a thermomicon, you would get all 5 of those. And by having 5 of these, I'm assuming that one will be able to have 1 in each. Yeah? I want to remove these ones. Let's put these torches slightly lower down. Let's put 1 there. And put 1 there. It doesn't matter that it's behind it at the moment. So, these are all in place. Now, how are we going to do this, I suppose, is the question. We want a single feed coming out of all of these, don't we? So we want this high enough. This, I think, has got to be our draw pipe, our main pipe. And I understand it that each jar has a suction of 1. So it might be that if we had too many open at once, we wouldn't be able to fill up all. Like if you open 5 valves, it wouldn't all work because they only have a suction of 1, I believe. You can put bellows on though, so that's the sort of thing I'm sort of thinking about whether that's a good idea or not. But there's also something which we might have to put in the middle here, in the thermomicon. What's it called? No, it's not called that. We will need that, by the way. The crystallization. We need to make it into single crystal units, which is much simpler and easier. What I'm looking for, I think, is this, a buffer. We might need to make 2 buffers. I think we'll need to make 2 buffers, 1 for either side. And what I'm going to do, I think, is we have... Can I do that this way? I can. So, it doesn't matter which side they come out. at the moment. They all just have to come down. Whoops. And I want the bottom ones actually to go up. Okay, and then oops, why am I not flying? Okay, there, and there. Let's pick up this cobble. Okay, so they're all in place. That looks rather fancy, doesn't it? Now, I think I want to put in the middle here and here. I think I'm going to want to put one of those buffers, and I might need to put some bellows on that buffer. How close have I done those? Oh, they're not. They're not close enough. Look. Oh, I need to move all of those. Dang it! Hold on then. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so much prep work. But essentially, what I understand we use now. Again, you see, I don't know this mod very well. Digi does. Digi knows this model at the back of his hand. Like he knows all the models at the back of his hand. But I think we use this for two different things. Obviously, we've got our basic alchemy, where we oh, they're going to be a slow cut down. I thought it was quicker than that. We obviously use it in the basic alchemy because at the moment we're wasting a lot of aspect. When we make something, you know, when we get the taint, the purpley liquid or the purpley gas that goes up the chimney, that's the only reason we get that is because we're not using up all of the aspects that are contained in the water. So when you empty out the cauldron, you end up sending something nasty out. What we want to get to is a situation where actually, have a baked potato, where we only use the exact right number of aspect of this, of essence, and by doing that, the easiest way of doing that is with the crystal forms. Mana beans can be done that way because they only come in aspects of 1, so if you can find enough mana beans, so I think mana beans are harder to grow now than they used to be. Oh, I don't want that there. No, naughty, go away. I need to go up 1, is where I wanted to go. Yeah, mana beans I think are harder to grow in this new version of Thorncraft to the older ones, but crystallization is where... Oops, we'll get rid of that in a sec. Crystallization is where you take liquid aspects, like in these jars, and you pump it through to a crystallizer, and that crystallizer will then turn it into crystals. And those crystals will be at 1. And because they're at 1, you can automatically always put the right amount in your crucible to get you know, exactly what you want, and that way you're not going to be hopefully wasting any essence at all. Let's just finish this off up here. I think we're going to have to make a buffer. That's fine, we can go upstairs and make a buffer. We need 2 of them by the looks of it. Just finish this off down here. Oops, oh dear me, placement today is a problem. Lovely. Go away. Lovely. Now, I think what we can use... I don't know whether I necessarily need to use valves. I'm wondering whether you should have been a valve. I think you need to be a valve, and you need to be a valve. I think. So... And I wonder if I can move that handle. Oops, did I just put that in the wrong place? I did. I wonder if I can move that around with the wand. Because it's in the wrong... It's not in the right place. Where did I put the other valves? Did I not bring out the valves? Valve. I want to use some of these Viz filters because I'm wondering whether I need to have them buffers. Now, if I do, I'm going to take the wand, I'm going to take the top off so we don't blow anything up. There we go. So we can move... Oh. There we go. So now I can switch that one off and switch that one off. That seems to work, doesn't it? And how do we make... Now let's have a look at the thermomicron. In here somewhere, sensor tubes. Not that one. So this one, advanced ones. Filtered essence tubes work like normal tubes. It's possible to mark them with labels. When marked, they will restrict essentially to flow through them to what they have been marked with. Shift-clicking on them with an empty hand will remove the label. So we need a Viz filter, and actually, so we should be able to make these then. Straight away, because I've got these already in here, haven't I? Because what I want to do, we're going to have to make some labels, that's fine. I need 48 of these. Oh, actually, let's do it the old-fashioned way. 48. And we need 48 of these. Okay. Now, I take it we have to put these together in a workbench. Yeah, okay, workbench. Let's go upstairs and do that. Really quickly, run upstairs. Now, I'm not timing myself today, so we might end up going over time. Sorry about that, but I would like to get this done because I think it's going to be really useful to us to get it in. Oops. Okay, here we are. Now, how much have I got on my wand? A little short on terror, though, but we should be okay, I hope, to make some of these at least. Oh, maybe not. Look at the Ordo needed. Oh, no, there we go, 48. Well, that worked. Oh, no, it didn't. 3. So, I'm going to make a cut now. I'm going to need to keep getting a lot of Ordo to be able to make these. I thought that made all of them at once then. But this is essentially what we're making, these filter tubes. I'll carry on making those, and I'll go and fill up my wand, and I shall be right back. So hello everybody, welcome back. It's actually a whole other day. I had to go away and test a few things and get hold of a few things, and you can see I've made some of these filtered essential tubes, but I ran out of Ordo nodes, as in you can only make 3 out of every full wand, so you sort of have to do it over the course of several days for me. It's been a bit of a nightmare, but we've done this side. We haven't touched this side yet, but we have obviously got some Essentia in here, as you can see. Got some Ignis, got some Itra, whatever's it called, Itra? Ita. That's on the back there. And I've also done a little bit of this filtering to see if it actually works, and it does. So let me show you all of that gubbins up there in a second. I've taken that apart, and I've also built a few new things. I'm going to take you through each of these things. Let's start with the furnace. Okay, now I've disconnected the back. Okay, so this isn't connected up anymore because we weren't really at the stage to do that yet. I've obviously moved it forward a wee bit, but we've still got the 5 on top of each other, but I've put some of these valves on the side, and I've got a single jar at the moment with a single valve. The reason being is I need to fill up enough to get a file of each of these to be able to put their labels on and to set their filters. So it's pointless starting this off until you've done all your filtering and set all your filters, which means you only need to do one at a time. You need one set of essence, if you like, at a time. So that is what we're going to be doing. I've also made some bellows. Again, this is just in the old Thermometer Omicron, and I had to research some naughty stuff to be able to do this. Where's Artifice? There we go. I had to get an infernal furnace, which we're not going to make, but it has given us a bit more warp because it's naughty. I don't know what's so naughty about it, but that also means that we can make these arcane bellows, and just these attaching these to furnaces and alchemical furnaces and infernal furnaces and everything does help to burn things a bit quicker. It also means that with this pumping system, if we were to use our buffer, which I have also made, okay, which is this thing here, the Essentia buffer, by using that, it will tell us it will be able to give that suction the same as a glass water jar. Okay, now I'm not an expert, so if I'm stuttering and stammering, it's because I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm sort of know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. Alright, I'm just doing it. So, today, now what we're going to be doing, I say today, it's the same episode, but today what we're going to be doing is we're going to try and fill out some of these so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to work on the igneous one here, okay? So, this valve is closed, and as you can see it's closed, and if I open it up, open, close. So nothing can get in this jar at the moment, and nothing can come out of the sides of any of these. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be burning some coal, because coal has potentia and igneous, and I want 2 of these. Now 8 is what we can fit into a vial. We get 2 for each. 1, 2, 3, 4 then, because that means we'll get 2 lots. We pop that in there, and as you can see, that's burning a bit quicker now because of the pumps, the bellows on the back. You can see the Essentia being pushed out here, and that's going up into our alembics here. I haven't scanned these alembics, I don't think. Oh, I have. Didn't think I have. What about the bellows? I haven't done the bellows. Yeah, there we go. Good. Always good to scan stuff, remember. So we've got 8 in there and 8 in there. So what we're going to do is we can open up the jar first. Squeaky squeaky. And let's open up this one. And straight away you can see that we have our igneous going in here, which is fabulous. Come to here, grab a vial. Take it straight out of the pot. You can see there's a little bit, it always does this little bit of steam thing. I don't really know why. It's just steam, I think. And now that we've got a vial, we can get a label, a jar label. And you put the 2 together. Okay, and that creates a jar label for igneous. It doesn't use up the essence though, which is actually quite handy. We can put that back in there for now. So we've got all of the different ones in here that I've done so far. And then on the igneous one here, I can just slap that label in this filter. And right now, this filter will only ever accept igneous in it. So this jar now literally can only have igneous in it, and it's obviously got a label on there locking it as well. And when you put a label on, it locks the jar. The jar can only have igneous in it, and this also locks this filter to say only igneous can go through it. Alright, and that leaves us still, however, with potentia in the top here. So we have to make sure that valve's open, and that valve is open, and we give that a little squeeze. Here it comes the potentia. You can see it flying out all over the place. 8, so we can seal that off now because we've got no more essentia left in the system. So it's quite handy to give it all a squeak. That's all empty. We have 8 in there. Let's go and grab another vial. A couple of labels this time. One for the jar and one for the filter. Take it out of here. Whoops. So now we've got a whole vial of essentia. We can do 2 labels. Brilliant. Now we've got to find, what was it called? Potentia. Potentia I think is over here. It may not be. LMN. No, it's not. MNNO. Potentia. Here it is. So we can then stick our. Oh, there we go. So that's potentia. I'm not going to empty it out, but that is potentia in there. We haven't got. haven't got enough of these filters yet. So let's keep that sticky label for now. It's fine, we can always get another one. But there we go, that's potentia done. And that's emptied out all of our alembics, and we're ready to go for the next one. So let's have a look here. Alienus is one that we're missing at the moment, which I know I can get from pearls, ender pearls. Let's go and get 2 of those. I think that should be, oops. 1, 2. Thank you. Let's plant these back. 1, 2. And this will give us 3 things now. I think we might need another 2 to complete the system, but we shall see. Whoop. That's closed. Yeah, okay. So let's burn these 2. Off they go. Again, the bellows help out. That burns it up. In comes the essentia on this side. Starts to fill up. There's the alienus. There's the Ita, and there's the Prekentia. I can never say it, the magic one. Presancanto, or something like that. But it's okay, actually. It doesn't have to be exact figures now. Hopefully that will be 8, that's correct. That's 8, which is correct, and that's only 4. Okay, so 8 is fine. So what we could do, just to show you, is I don't need to necessarily, at the moment, use an empty jar, because I already have a jar, so let's put one there. So now this can only accept alienus, so I can open up this valve and this valve, and hopefully, there we go, beautifully done. That gives us the maximum. And now let's shut off this valve, and boom, we can put that back. But that now means that we can grab, I don't know if I've got alienus in here already, I don't think I have. Let's put that one back. Let's get another vial. We only need 1 label here because we've already got the jar label done. So let's get 1 single label. Bump, up there, and there we go. So now we've got, oops, did I just throw that on the floor? I did. Peel up, thank you. Now we've got the filter label, and we can pop that in there, and that only now accepts alienus. Absolutely brilliant. We've got the jar. Okay, what else are we getting here? Ita. Ita. Now, Ita, we've already got both of these, so we really only need to pick up the essence to empty it out of the system. That's all we need to do, so let's do that. Open that up. Open that up. Off you go, and you can see it filling up the system. Lovely. 16, that's empty. We can shut that down. Take that off and put that back. It's a bit labour intensive to start with, but it should get easier. Boom, that can go back on there. Fabulous. And then I can just get this last one. It should get easier once we get all the filters in place, because then I'll be able to set up some sort of system where hopefully that will mean that we don't need to do necessarily all of this running backwards and forwards to and throwing. Let's just fill up this one. There we go, that empties the system out. We can shut that tight. And now all of these are empty, so I'm going to shut all of those as well. And off it comes. Bump. I haven't taken a thing over there. We don't need to do that just yet. So let's have a look. We do, however, need a label for crop one. I can't think why you say that again. Some of these are named funny. Oops, I didn't get the vial. Here's the vial. Messes. Yeah. Let's get a vial. Fill it up. Beautiful. Now, of course, I can put... There we go, that filters on. I can put all of these files back into their jars anyway, but I'm just licensing to keep a selection of them because it's going to help a little bit with some of the brewing that we're going to be doing at some point for the main building. So let's have a look here. It's got a filter, got a jar label, filter and jar label, filter and jar label. Anything missing which doesn't have a filter or jar label on this side. Oops, walked straight to the post. That must have hurt. No, so everything on this side now has got a filter label. The thing that I need to do, and I'll do it off camera because you've seen me do it a couple of times now. I still need to go and get some more of these. Oh, what a job! But I think that's it really. I think this is all I'm going to show you today. I think what I'll do, as I say, is off camera I shall carry on, and there's so much to do. But off camera, each of these will be, actually we could probably do air. Can we do air? Do another one quickly. Could probably do air. Up we come. And the first thing I need to do though quickly is let's have a look at what makes air. Now obviously air crystals do, obviously. I'd rather not burn those. And you can see here it tells you the amounts. Now I can get rid of some of those discs. 4/8, so I need 2 discs. That's quite handy actually because I don't use them and they've been sitting in here gathering dust for ages. We're going to get lots of things out of here, but do we get 4 out of everything? Look, that should give us 4 on the go at the same time. So actually we'll be able to fill up 4 jars and do the labels all at the same time if we don't run out of labels, which equally could happen. But they're easy to make. It's just paper, black ink or an ink sac and a sticky ball, slime ball. So let's get back over here. I haven't got my bottle. Where's my bottle? Here's my bottle. Bop. That's closed. These are all closed? Yeah. So let's put... They stack? They do not stack. Let's burn it up. Burn it up. Come on. Bump. And burn that up. Off it goes. And you can see all 4 of the alembics this time. Should be this one as well. Nothing in that one because there's not a 5th in here. Looking for 8 on each of them. 7, 8. And what we could do is probably just swap over the alembics would be quite a good idea. Swap over the jars. So there we go, 8, 8 and 8. So we're done. So let's open up our jar. Start off with the first one. There's going to be air going in here. And what you can do, which is actually pretty handy, we've only got 3 sticky labels. That is a pain. Although actually, let me go back in here. Take this one. And you can make them unsticky or clean just by putting them in again. So there you go. Now we've got 4. We've got enough of the jars, if nothing else. So for this jar label, if I do that, straight away it knows it's got air in there. So I can just take that off and it's now the air one. And I'll just replace them over. Boop. There we go. Air is in place. What were the other ones that we just came in? It doesn't matter. What's that one? Lucrum. Lucrum is on this side. Lucrum. Here it is. Greed. Bump. Take the jar off from there. Let's put that jar in there because it's getting on my nerves. There we go. Pop that one and pop the jar in place. Open that one. Open that one. Oh, I've shut that one. Whoops. Open that one. There we go. Lucrum is now being in here. And then we just get a sticky label and go flump. 8. Let's shut that up again so we don't lose any essence. That's the 8. And take it off. And that can come over here. Bonk. That's Lucrum. Beast. Bestia. There it is. Off it comes. There we go. Beast, sticky label. Why did the sticky label not go on that one? Oh, it's come back again now. That's very strange. Shut that up. Beast. Beastia. And the last one is Census, which is actually going to be over here, I think. Sano Spiritus Census. Take that one. Put it on here. Open up that one. And open up that one. Sticky label on the front. Beautiful. Can shut up that one now. And because all of these are now empty, 3 and shut. They're all closed off. Got a census one. Done. So I'm going to spend some time going away and doing all of these. And then next episode though is a building episode, so we're going to move away from this. We'll come back to this probably in a couple of weeks when I've done all the necessaries on here. So in the next episode I will take you outside and show you what we've done with the mega build base, and we'll build a section of the angled wall. So where last time we built that straight section, as you can see on the mini map, but I have already done a test section which you can see poking up to the right if you know where you're looking, at the top right hand corner. If you don't, there's the angle section. We will look at building one of those next time, and you can get a feel of how try to keep the symmetry on an angled wall. Very difficult. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please remember to leave a like, any comments as well. I always like to read them, and I'll obviously promise to come back to you if I can with a response. But thanks very much for watching. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.